Hi, I'm Amanda Miles. I chose Canvas as my LMS for this class, and this is my presentation for task 3. So the reason I picked Canvas was it's something new for me. I've been using Google Drive since the graduate program started. Now, just a little background, I work at USAA, so I do corporate learning, and the LMS that we use is SumTotal LMS. We're not able to use Google Drive. I've asked, and Canvas. Um, it's just, I don't know, but as of right now, it's no, we cannot use this either. So a lot of these LMSs that I'm playing with and learning about, I take what I can and in hopes that I can utilize it with what we have and what I can use. So I'm learning about different features all these LMSs have. So I took the time to learn about different features within Canvas. Before I chose Canvas, I did a little research just to make sure it's a road I want it to go down. And there was things that kind of struck out to me. The grade book, there's a speed grader on there, and it's an up-to-date grade book. So anytime you take a quiz, your grade is there, or assignment, grades are ready to go. And then I saw that you can use external apps, which I thought would be great for teachers that are wanting to work faster. They're wanting to focus on certain priorities or certain objectives. Now, the functionality of Canvas, I love that you're able to collaborate with external tools. So all of the external apps that you can use. You're able to do everything within Canvas, such as the lessons, the assignments, grades, communication, so email, discussion boards, everything is there for you to use, whether it's the teacher view or the student view. I played with a little bit of both. It's there, it's ready to go. The up-to-date grade book is great. Like I said, you take the assignment, your grade is there. As the teacher, you have the ability of changing the grade if it needs to be updated. And the mobile capability is, I think, a fantastic thing to have. Now, some of the things, the features, that I thought would help improve learning for the students, the first one that struck out to me was external apps. A lot of these external apps that you can use are very engaging. I believe that the students are going to want to keep going with something new, something they can play with, possibly familiar with. I know Education Galaxy is popular. Both my children are familiar with it, which is why I picked it. So it's going to keep them engaged. It's easy to use, and most students that I know of are already familiar with it. So learning is going to be improved just with the engagement and them wanting to keep going. There's a few features within Canvas that I thought would help with improving learning. Now, mobile use is great. This right here is a snapshot of the Canvas app that I downloaded on my iPhone. And I think it's great because, and also in thinking of improving learning, it's going to give a sense of stress-free, just because you're going to be able to access your assignments anytime, anywhere. You go out of town, you forget your laptop, you don't have computer access. Now, this course that I'm developing is for elementary grades, so even your mom could use your phone, or some kids have iPads now. It's just easy to access. So it's going to help with learning because it's going to give a self of it's stress freeness. It's going to be they're going to have more confidence in being able to finish their assignments or being able to do it whenever they would like, whenever they're not going to be in a tight crunch. It's quiet. Another feature that I thought would help improve learning is the feedback that you're able to give within the quizzes. Just being able to read the feedback, knowing that you can try again. There's a PowerPoint within this lesson. You can go back, review. It's going to help with confidence, I believe, which is going to help with learning because you're going to feel better about going in and taking the quiz again after having feedback. Now, I could have just put correct or incorrect with nothing, and you just have nothing to go off of then. Now, the Canvas activity reports, there was 3 of them that I really focused on. This one I thought was great. I had sent invites for students or people to join. And I love it because you're able to see when, let me move this here, their last activity was, email address, but my favorite was total activity. So how long they had been on under their email address or their login ID. As a teacher, I have a lot more here. So that's awesome for a teacher, especially to make sure that the students are staying involved and not just jumping on, guessing on their quiz and moving on. My next report that I focused on were the grades. So all the grades are placed on there automatically. As a teacher, you are able to go in here and modify the grades. Let's say I have a fill in the blank question, and the word is bank. Maybe they capitalize the B and it's not supposed to be, or there's extra spaces behind the word where it's going to count it incorrect. As long as I see that the word is right, I'll go back in, make the change, and then they'll see it reflected on there as soon as I do that. And the next thing I really loved was the calendar. Now the calendar is automatically updated when you put the due dates on the assignment. There's been past classes where I'm a little bit confused on when and what is due on what day. I saw this and I was like, oh my God, where was this a couple months ago? I love this. That they have the reports here. Now the teacher view, the students are able to see this view as well. So it's going to make everything easy to follow. Now some of the feedback that I had for Canvas was easier access to the external apps. There are some apps I couldn't find, or they were on there, but they wouldn't pop up. Now, not being a teacher and not having some access to a lot of the apps on there. There was another one, I believe it was Edpuzzle, that I tried downloading, but because I don't pay for it or I'm not a teacher, I don't have access to it. That was getting a little frustrating. Now, it was difficult as a first-time user, as a teacher, going in there. I had to do a lot of research on how to do this, how to do that, and so on. I would not want my students to have to do that. So it's difficult for first-time users. Now within Canvas, there's not a lot of options to customize. I had to pull a lot of things from Google Drive to do that. The next thing is instant message. I was hoping that there would be a time frame I can put on or set up within Canvas where students are able to send me an instant message so I can reply and it's real time. And then the engagement too within Canvas, I believe needs help, but that's where you have a lot of the external apps to help you.